Welcome to GameStop Hometown Heroes. I'm your host, Joshua Gray, and we're coming to you live from the ESL studios in Burbank, California. Tonight, we're going to feature some of the best online Injustice 2 players from the San Francisco region. Quick breakdown of how the GameStop Hometown Heroes program works. Players can compete online absolutely free in cups on Sundays, and then we feature the top 8 players on Wednesdays in one of 8 regions. Tonight, we're going to feature San Francisco. Next week, it's going to be Atlanta. You can get more information about the program, and you can sign up for free at esl.gg/GameStop Hometown Heroes. All right, let's talk about some of the big news that's happened in the Injustice 2 Pro Series. First of all, EVO has officially changed their rule set to allow 3 out of 5 instead of 2 out of 3. Now, this doesn't mean they're going to have to change the in-game clock to 180 seconds, but everybody's agreed to this, and we can all agree that 3 out of 5 is a much better style of competition for Injustice 2. Also, big news when it comes to one of our favorite cryomancers. Sub-Zero is going to be released on July 11th. Now, that's not in time for him to be used competitively for EVO, but 30 days later, he will be able to be used for the GameStop Hometown Heroes Regional Finals and for the Top 8 Finals in Las Vegas on August 27th. So I'm looking forward to see who's going to be using Sub-Zero outside of Madsen, who's prepared to mop all of Europe with them, and also how many people are going to complain, maybe not the best word, gripe a bit on that Double Ice clone, but hey, you gotta adapt, you gotta learn. So looking forward to see Sub-Zero being released on July 11th. Also big news in the world of players, Echo Fox has signed Theo. It's now a triple threat. Sonic Fox, Scar, and Theo are now members of Team Echo Fox. Congratulations to this dominating Aquaman and Superman player, and I think Theo's gonna get even better by having training partners like Sonic Fox and Scar. And finally, in War of the Gods, it was a big series for Sonic Fox as well as Semige. Semige was able to face Sonic Fox in the winners semifinals and won, forcing Sonic Fox to fight through the loser bracket. He had to go up against Theo, Lord Peanut, and Horror Rewind in order to make it back to the grand finals, faced off against Semige again, and Semige took the series 3-1 after Sonic Fox got the reset in the bracket. Big upset, big series, and big congratulations to Semige and the rest of the War of the Gods crew. You guys can get more information about War of the Gods by visiting their website, stream.me/war. Their cups are on Saturdays and their top 8 are on Tuesdays. Let's take a look at some of the big events happening just around the corner. First of all, EVO, July 14th through the 16th in Las Vegas, one of the biggest fighting game events in the world. You got to be there. Next up, Vianality, August 5th through the 6th. That's one of the big events happening in Europe for Injustice 2 Pro Series points. After that, GameStop Hometown Heroes Regional Finals taking place August 12th. That's in 8 different GameStop store locations. More information is available on our website. Following that, Summer Jam, August 19th through the 21st for more of those sweet Injustice 2 Pro Series points. And then the GameStop Hometown Heroes Grand Finals, the top 8 at the GameStop Consumer Expo, August 27th. Mark your calendars, get your tickets. You want to be there. Then E-League, October 27th, the culmination event. That's a Friday night. It's going to be awesome. You definitely want to tune in and tune into the subsequent broadcasts after that for E-League. That's going to be every Friday starting in October. Okay, let's take a look at the regional standings for San Francisco. Dab, #1 player, tied actually with Kinetic Sicarios for first place. Dab joined us in the MKX Pro League. Great to see him doing well in Injustice 2. And also huge congratulations for him getting picked up by Hara Gaming. Following Dab and Kinetic Sicarios, we have Everlast, Sudden Blackout, and Kuro Kiba. Let's see if these guys have joined us in tonight's bracket for our matches. In the winners side, we have Basic and Krusty, followed by Kuro Kiba and Hara Dab. And then Original Shinobi, down in the losers bracket, he's going to face Kinetic Sicarios. And then CR Wound Cowboy versus Set Play. CR Wound Cowboy is a household name when it came to the MKX Pro League, so it's great to see him doing well in Injustice 2 for the San Francisco region. We want to hear from you on social media. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook, ESL Injustice, and use that hashtag Hometown Heroes. Who do you think is going to win tonight? Who do you want to represent GameStop Hometown Heroes at E-League? It's still anybody's game as we move into week 4, week 5 next week. Crazy, we're halfway through next week. We also have our VODs available. If you miss any of the matches tonight or the previous matches, make sure to check out our YouTube, youtube.com/ESLTV. And you can also catch our top 5 videos there as well. And finally, our friends over at Project Triforce are giving away an Injustice 2 The Versus collection. You can win one. All you have to do is send us a photo or video of your best low-cost cosplay using the hashtag #CosplayHeroes. We've seen a couple of videos, a couple of photos. They're great. We love them. We're going to pick a couple finalists and then choose a winner, and we're going to send that winner the project from Project Triforce or Injustice 2: The Versus collection. More information, projecttriforce.com, about their great products. Okay, that does it for me for the pregame show. Let's kick it over to Dustin Kane and Evan Hashimoto to give us an update on 2 other regions and also to kick off these San Francisco matches. Gentlemen.
And thank you very much, Josh. We are here ready for Week 4. I am EGP Wonder Chef, and this is the great Dustin Kane.
Just Dustin Kane is fine.
Oh, you are the great Dustin Kane. But before we get into the matches for today, let's look at a couple of the regions that have already played out for this week. So let's start off with Los Angeles, where a surprise win of a first appearance from Theo. Now, Echo Fox Theo. Now, he did only win his first tournament that he entered here. So first place will still be a tie between Han Rashid, aka Hey It's Kool-Aid, and EGP Crazy, with the Rewind and Nubcakes rounding out the top 4.
Yeah, and moving on to the Seattle region, it is going to be OD Too Easy winning this week, putting him at 4th place, and rounding out our top 4 at Tiger, Red King 5000, I Am the Batman, who we still don't know if he plays Batman, and OD Too Easy with Sounds Like Pause and Scyther close behind.
We will figure out if he plays Batman one of these days. But
yeah, when we have their region featured.
That is true. That is true. All right, so we have our bracket for tonight. Our first match will be DSV Basics against Krusty.
So Basic is a basic Black Adam player and Cheetah player. He played with Sicarios on Xbox and MKX, and he beat Sicarios to actually make it into top 8 winners.
Yeah, I actually heard Sicarios said that Basics, when he played against him, losing to him was a fluke, and if he runs into him again, it will be free.
Dang.
So we'll see if that ends up happening during the bracket. But his opponent is CrustyChristian. Now, this is or aka Shinobi Krusty.
That's such a weird name, though. It's the CrustyChristian.
It is.
What does that mean?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him. Maybe he'll win. Maybe we'll get a winner's interview. We'll see. But for now, he's going to have to get through... actually, I didn't see what character was picked. Aquaman.
Aquaman.
All right, so that's a pretty classic counter pick to Harley Quinn.
Ducks now say fish remember faces.
I'll never forget yours.
It's true.
Begin.
I love her so much in this game. Shout outs to Tara Strong as well.
Oh yeah, that was a kind of an interesting comment there about fish remembering faces,
yeah.
But that was a really good reaction.
It's true.
It's true.
Harley is one of my favorite characters in this game by far. But here we go. So there is a bit of a life lead. Oh my goodness, that's gonna make it a little more than a bit as we now see DS be Basics getting the armored back 3 now. 342 healthy damage.
Yeah, now we do know that Basics played Black Adam, but we didn't know that he played Aquaman. Now, that's a pretty common set of 2 characters to have in someone's pocket in this game. Black Adam and Aquaman. They cover a whole wide variety of matchups that you really don't need too many other characters for.
Oh, I really like the options here coming out of Krusty. Solid offense. I like the setup coming with the trade as well. Oh, but that bike is just so long.
Anti-air bikes. All right, so now they're going to start the zoning game, and this is a very interesting...
Nice speed up and roll.
Oh, but gets caught. That should be a ton of damage.
Yeah. 370, Chef. For nothing.
I feel like that actually could have been more potentially, but got what he could, got the corner advantage, and Basics now has the the corner advantage and a lot of space to walk back, which he's using.
You were talking about this matchup in specific, in particular, just a second before I rudely interrupted you with my hype.
Right, it's a very interesting matchup because their zoning can potentially counter each other. Now, it's very tough to outzone Aquaman, but...
More than gimmicks.
I knew you wanted me to be quiet for that.
Yeah, I did. No, I did.
You gave me a look. No, but if she gets her zoning momentum going, it is very tough for Aquaman. Just because in this game, Harley's momentum with zoning because of her trait.
It's actually ridiculous, like how good her zoning is in this game.
It is, but we're not really seeing that right now just because there's already such a life deficit from Krusty.
Krusty's trying to get in, but he's eating interactables and forward twos all over the place.
Yeah, that's it feels a lot like Injustice 1 here. A lot of unblockable interactables, but really good usage of the interactables by Basics. That's still something that I think not a lot of really good players are using as much as they can are the interactables. Now, there are a lot of ones that people have really been showing off recently, especially for gadget characters, but still, I mean, look at all that free damage, look at all those free knockdowns that Basics took, and how much that helped him get the life lead and keep the life lead.
I still would like to see, wow, look at Harley's face. It looks so weird.
She just got stabbed with a trident,
yeah.
and then it sprayed salt water on her, like, just to be worse.
I do look forward to seeing how we're going to see some of the interactables. For instance, like we were saying the other day on the Pro Series cast, Batman with the little drones coming out of the corner of the Red Sun stage.
Correct, yeah, on the second side of it by the generator. They're actually just a lot of them, and yeah, I hope we do get to see more of them. But pretty good usage by Basics so far. Let's see if he uses these ones. No, he doesn't, just air to air. It's very good call. Oh, no,
there they are. Fortunately, those are blockable.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty scary if they weren't, but he's still using them as a very good zoning tool. It covers an area that is relatively unsafe for Aquaman to cover normally. And so look at how much damage he's taken just from using those to control the space.
Yeah, however though, if Krusty can't find a way to get in and keep him in the corner, and just like that, Basics.
So now that we're seeing this matchup, so I actually have a lot of information about Krusty. I would like to give a huge shout out to Shinobi Dark, aka the Grim Magician on Twitter. You should all follow him. He gave me so much information on all of these players. He's been such a huge help.
Appreciate that.
And a ton of different things. So thank you very much to him. But I got a message.
More than gimmicks.
The same one. Same one. No, I got a message from CrustyChristian through him, and that was he thinks Aquaman is a blank, and I'll let you fill that in because I feel like that's not safe to say on stream.
Does it start with a B?
I can't tell you what letter it starts with. It starts with one of the 26 letters.
Okay. Getting close though, closing it out. Okay. So Krusty is definitely still, he's still in there.
He is. It'll definitely be tough, especially
but
again.
when you eat a jukebox though, it's and a TV, Jesus, and that's gonna do it. My goodness, every interactable in the book. This is very Injustice 1-esque.
It is, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Now, one of the biggest, I guess you could say, nerfs to Aquaman is the fact that his zoning is less safe. It's a little bit more minus every time you block his now from the deep, which is now Tentacle Strike. And so it's not totally as free for him to zone. But the usage of those interactables, it's almost like he has additional special moves, which is exactly how you should be using the stage. There's no reason not to use the stage as much as possible.
He threw quite a few interactables. Off the top of my head, I think that's 5 at the very least. 3 barrels, the jukebox, the TV, I think something else.
Yeah, there were just
the punching bag,
the motorcycle.
Oh, the motorcycle. Yeah, that's true.
And there we go. There's a console.
It works. Honestly, it works. There's no reason to stop. God wanted to try to rush. Back 1-2. Getting caught now. This has been so far very dominant for Basics.
It has, and this whole time, Krusty's been trying to get in, but he just hasn't had a chance.
Nice backdash. Still gets caught with the low out of that tantrum stance, though. And now we are seeing Krusty make some sort of offense, mounting it towards the corner, but can he keep this pressure?
Oh, gets a full catch, but nice trait usage by Basics.
Okay, this should be good damage with the setup, and goes low. Very clean. Krusty starting to potentially make a comeback.
That's true. Now, I want to see if he's going to try to rush in or if he's going to back up and try to keep zoning.
That was a very, very deep jump in. Unlucky for Krusty, Aquaman jumped, but look at these mix-ups now all coming into play, and a clash with 4 bars available for Basics.
All right,
okay, he's going to spend 3. Wow.
Yeah, taking that life back. I think he feels that the life advantage is very important, which it is. It truly is in this matchup because now, as you can see, Krusty got the life advantage, and Basics has been trying to move in a little bit more himself, which is making him get hit by
overhead. Could this be the end of it? Down 2. Wait a second. Krusty had so much meter. He spent 2, still has 2 left. Right down to it, and that's it. Krusty gets a game.
And that was a huge momentum shift. I mean, Krusty didn't even lose his first life bar.
No, and he kept, the important thing is that he actually kept Basics in the corner the entire time, and he did not let him out.
All right, now, we did see him already lock into Harley for his last match. He's going to have to win 3 in a row with Harley, but I didn't expect him to choose anybody else. So again, I did hear that he literally started playing this game because he saw that Harley was in it, and quote unquote he said, oh man, I have to get this game. And so he's been a Harley loyalist from Injustice 1, actually.
Yeah. And another interesting thing is that he's finally stepping out into the offline tournament scene, right? Because he played a lot online in Injustice. But he also took first place at the Sharkade Local, which is in San Jose, NorCal, week 1, resetting Michelangelo in the run back in Grand Finals.
Yeah, so definitely no slouch, and showing that in that last game. Still a little bit of
comeback was very impressive. Right? Well, I mean, the comeback to get a game. He dominated that game, to be honest.
Right. The mental comeback overall for the set, which is a really big deal.
Especially a character that you may not be a fan of.
Yeah, but, you know, sometimes when you hate a character so much, like apparently Krusty hates Aquaman, you know more about that character than the people playing that character.
I mean, look at you. You either live long enough to die a hero, or you... Or excuse me.
Don't even try. You just totally messed it up. I get what you were going for, but that was just a no-go. Nice
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
All right.
Because you hated Superman so much, and now you're actually playing it.
Little bit. We don't need to talk about that, though. That's a secret. All right, but good corner control here. Nice, catches him on the jump out. Full combo, gonna go into the command grab? No,
no.
The setup.
I love the setups that he's going for, getting caught overhead. But the water trade is gonna save him. Wait, that's gotta be a clash.
You can't be reformed.
Not what B-Man says.
And this should be a good amount of life back for Basics. He uses all 3 bars. That's pretty risky. He's not going to have a bar to get the full conversion if he does land a big hit. And now I think I would like to see Krusty honestly just zone.
Yeah, no, I understand why he wants to press, because it's actually been working, but chances like this where he gets caught could actually cost him the life lead, but he is still playing very solid, keeping it at that mid-range.
Oh, that would have been it, but a great trade activation to throw almost kill. 7 life.
He needs just one eensy beensy. He needs 7 damage, and there it is.
The sweep. So that is a 2 in a row comeback from Krusty. He definitely seemed lost, but totally taking control of this set now.
Absolutely. No, he looks fantastic now. In fact, I would say he looks dominant now.
And we do know that there are some other players used by Basics, so let's see if he chooses any of them.
Apparently, he's a Black Adam cheetah player, but if he picks Aquaman and Superman tonight, your sources are not helpful.
Oh, just going back to Aquaman. Well, quite a few players, though, do have the Pocket Aquaman.
I know. And honestly, a huge shout out to your source, because he did a great job of helping us out with information. But that's happened to us before on previous broadcasts, where we've actually talked to players ourselves.
Right.
And the characters that they gave us were completely opposite to what they ended up playing in the broadcast.
Right. Every week they do give us some of the characters that they play, and I don't know if Aquaman was actually on the list for Basics, so it's a little bit of a sneak pick, but working out pretty well for him. He's starting off this game well. Let's see if he can kind of take the momentum back from Krusty.
Again, he's getting caught with a lot of those lows out of the Chancellor stance. And here we go into the combo. Corner position for himself. Tried to jump over, trying to wake up. Oh! Avoiding. I like it.
And every single time...
That one he did not.
Yeah, no, that one's a really tough interaction. But nice anti-air with the...
It's actually the first time I think we've seen the cakes out of Krusty for zoning.
Yeah, they are very good. They're plus on block, they're overhead, they lock you into place for a while, and they just control that entire aerial space. But we're only seeing one of it. I would like to see a few more, maybe use it to set up the dogs or on a read for an air
that was nice. Canceled the early jump to make sure he wouldn't get caught by the anti-air. I believe that was a back 2 that Basics was thrown out.
It was all right. Now both players on their last life bar. Both of these players are still in winners, so they're fighting to see who makes it to our winners finals for tonight.
Oh, and it just might be Krusty. I'm so impressed with his play.
And this is, I think, cannot remember if we've seen a Harley Quinn on Hometown Heroes before.
I believe we have.
If so, it wasn't very much. This might be our first time seeing one.
I might also be confusing it with the Pro Series on.
Correct, yeah. All right, oh no, wow, went for a safer option right there. Could have got the full conversion.
I know we've had a player that played Harley, but ended up not picking her.
Oh, it's basically anything. Oh, wow, 1 bar to 2 bars. That 1 bar may have been a little bit of a waste.
Okay, blocking, and I love the patience, waiting for the tentacle strike, and then using the recovery to get a few dashes in to close the distance. Nice push block. Oh, gets tagged.
All right, this is a good spot. I would use the Hyena to set up another Hyena, honestly. There's so much potential for zoning here.
Man, especially at that distance. The life will become a factor very soon here. Spending the meter, not getting a ton of damage, but slowly closing the gap. He has two trait available, and the Wish Punish.
But he knew that that was going to happen. Oh, he's trying to do a ton of damage to it, and that should kill.
That's it! Just like that, Krusty is going to bring it back in a reverse 3-0 to move forward in the winner's side of this top 8 bracket.
And that was a very smart choice at the end, but just a little bit too slow. I don't know if you managed to catch that, but he did, as soon as he saw the Aquaman traded up, he did a meter burn back 3 to do, which would have done enough damage to actually kill him, because it would have done full damage on block, but a little bit too slow. Still took some plus frames off of that, continued the entire thing, and a very, very close set between Krusty and Basics for our first match of the night. We're already starting off with some close ones.
Yeah, that was such a good set too, because honestly, Basics looked 100% in control. And then this happened, where he got stuck in the corner numerous times against Krusty.
Yeah, and Krusty totally making the adaptation, winning 3 games straight, which is what he had to do. It was the only way that he was going to make it through, and he did, which means he will be moving on to our winners finals